All right, good afternoon, everybody. Hope everyone's having an awesome day, having a profitable day. And let's talk about today's trade recap for 0 days to expiration SPX trade. I did do drama free, and let's go ahead and break it down. Let me get the screenshots from time of entry. I did a lot of trading today. Let me make sure this is the right one. Cool. Yes, okay. So here's actually a screenshot from the plan of attack. And actually, before I talk about this, let's look at the actual position and what ended up happening. Okay, so you can see at basically roughly 30 minutes after the open, 26 minutes to be exact, I entered actually in a 4150, 4200 call credit spread. That's right, I went short as the market it was been grinding up against me all day. But you can see I held onto it for much longer than normal and locked it up for roughly 60-ish, 60%, 65% of the credit received. So let's go ahead and talk about this. So if I got in for 205, got out for 85, that means I got 100, or sorry, $1.20 of credit, and I got two. So that brings me total up to just 240 bucks. I mean, not, I mean, for a small account, that's not getting rich, but it's, it's compounding. It's all about getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And what's really good about today, I'm really excited to show you this example, is how I was wrong on direction, but I still was profitable. It was one of those days where I always talk about I could be wrong on direction. I could be a little wrong. I just can't be way wrong. And today's really one of those days. And I'm excited to show you the benefit of doing this trade. Like I know a lot of people are like, oh, I got to do at the money and so on and so forth. But this is truly the benefit of doing this type of strategy is by applying the theta to it. So let's just talk about it. Okay, so here is what I took a screenshot of at the end of my plan of attack, right? So all was basically I'm looking to short a rally, right? Short a rally or buy the dip. That's all I was looking for all day. Ultimately, what ended up happening is I shorted a rally, and it looked like this at entry. Just like I show it all here, there was larger time frame sell signals on a 30-minute chart. There was a 30-minute squeeze that was losing momentum. There were some sell signals on the high-low on the 30-minute time frame. So everything was looking bearish, right? So we've got a sell signal below these key moving averages, below the weekly and daily VWAP, right? Price rallied up, hit the weekly point of control, and failed. Oscillated some at the open here, stalled, and the open happened, it popped up, and then this orange area right here is HVA, a weekly HVA level, and right in the middle of this HVA level, I have the weekly point of control. So I was watching. So that is why exactly this 4135 level was resistance. That's where volume started to get heavy, and the peak of it is right there at 4143. So in a nutshell, as we couldn't get above that, we got a sell signal that pushes below all of the key moving averages with some sell signals here. I was like, cool, I guess we're not going to get above this HVA. I was completely comfortable getting short below the HVA, below VWAP, below all the key moving averages, below weekly VWAP. I mean, you can't deny, like, okay, I guess this thing is going to roll down after consolidating all pre-market and after all the news came out. So it was like, cool, got short. What ended up happening? All right, so let's pull up my quick hits. So you see here, right here is the candle I got short on. And it chopped sideways, even popped up against me some, and then pulled back. And then obviously now it's kind of moving higher. But let's look at where I got in and where I got out. So this is ultimately what ended up happening. Right, it got short here and then kind of went sideways, moved up and then back down. Kind of just burned that theta. Let me pull up the options graph here. So you can see, even as I was wrong, I could have locked it up already at 10 cents. Like, it never triggered my stop. My stop is all the way up here at 615. So I put this line here right at time of entry. So time of entry, like I said, was at 8:56, so it's about right here. This is where I entered the position. And that is on, let me just put my mouse here. So you see it's on this candle. So I got short on this candle, which is right here. And then we just went sideways, even went against me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this little drawing tool off. and then you see where prices was. So you see price was sideways the whole time. Even when it went against me up to here, I was barely showing a loss. I don't believe I saw a loss greater than 50%, maybe even 40, to be 100%, 100% sure. I don't really know off the top of my head because I planned for 200%, so it really isn't even a blimp on my radar. But all that being said, you see how we come up here and all we did was test these lows. And then whenever we dipped down, started to get lower. And whenever we got down to here, I got out at 85 cents. I was like, okay. So there's a point where you get to like a time stop for me anyway. So I'm like, okay. I was planning on this to move already. It did not. So what do? Do I take my quick 60%-ish wins, like 65% win, just say, hey, that's enough that the market's going to give me? Admit that I may be wrong, because I mean, admittedly, the market did get back above all the moving averages, right? It got back above all the moving averages, right? Reclaimed it, so went sideways, reclaimed it, bounced around, and then started to reclaim it. So I'm like, all right, I could admit I'm wrong. I'm on the wrong side. But if I'm on the wrong side, I want to get out for at least a little bit of a profit. So if I'm on the wrong side, I took the small profit, like I said right here, about 85 cents. And then ultimately, what's really cool is what I want to show y'all is you can see how it's still going against me the whole time. And as I move my mouse right here, I want you to look right here at what's happening on the position price. So it's grinding up against me, cool. And look, from a drop from 41.43 down to 41.39, he goes right back to break even. And you see right here where it's just, oh, it did a little bit of a dip here. Look, it's all the way down to 10 cents. That's the power of theta decay. I was completely wrong on direction, and it grinded against me the whole time, but I was still able to get out at a profit. That is the benefit of doing these out of the monies versus at the monies. At the monies are great when you want to get super directional. I'm all about it. I really am. But this is my consistent trade, and this is what I do to continuously keep compounding small wins on top of all my swing trades. But that's all I have for y'all. I was really glad I could show y'all this, how I was completely wrong in direction, still was able to get out. In hindsight, sure, I could have held on for the whole day and lock up my target, but I got out at 85, made roughly 250 bucks. I mean, chili's money, but it works, Just keep on compounding it. But yeah, that's it. If you have any questions, please, by any means, ask me in the comment section. I answer every single question. If you took a trade today, let me know how your 0 DTE trade worked out for you. And how's your trade been going? But great. I was super excited to show you this example. Have an awesome day, everyone, and we'll see what unfolds again tomorrow. Take care.